Supporters say a millionaire's tax could help solve some of Illinois' most pressing financial problems. Voters across the state have signaled they agree. So why did efforts to raise taxes on the wealthy fail again in Springfield? Let's get to the point.
From Chicago's very own, with WGN political editor Tahman Bradley, this is The Point.
Good evening. For nearly 2 decades, progressives across government have been trying to tax the rich to help those who have less. It's a popular idea in theory. Twice in recent years, Illinois voters have backed a non-binding referendum recommending a millionaire's tax. But a constitutional amendment to enact real change has failed to garner the same support. Governor Pritzker's graduated income tax plan was rejected in 2020. Mayor Brandon Johnson's effort to raise rates on wealthy home buyers was defeated in 2024. And this spring, House Speaker Emanuel Chris Welch admitted there simply was not enough support in the Democratic caucus to put the millionaire's tax amendment on the November ballot. The soonest lawmakers in Springfield could act on it again is in 2028. Our guests tonight want to keep the issue in the spotlight. Their plan would place a 3% tax on income over $1 million. The estimated $4 billion in revenue would be split between property tax relief and public education. And now they want Chicago voters to have their say. Joining us in studio tonight, former Illinois Governor Pat Quinn and the Democratic nominee for Illinois' 7th Congressional District, State Representative Shawn Ford. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. You know, so Chicago passing this amendment really would mean nothing. If Chicagoans say yes, you still have to get the legislature and the rest of the state to sign off. So what's the point?
Well, people follow the election returns in Springfield and everywhere else in politics. And having the voters have a voice in changing unfair property taxes and reducing them on families and businesses, that's a top priority for the people of Illinois. And LaShawn is the sponsor of the Millionaire Amendment for property tax relief and education. It was heard in committee this year. It passed out of committee. They didn't have enough time to vote on it, unfortunately. But we're not giving up. We're going to fight for taxpayers, and we got to get all the city councils across Illinois to understand that if we're going to change things and make things better for everyday people who are getting clobbered by unfair property taxes, we've got to put this amendment on the ballot like they have in Massachusetts, Washington, Rhode Island, Maine, Hawaii. Millionaire amendments are popular with the voters. It's all about affordability, and it's about time elected officials got that message.
Mayor Johnson's plan, not yours, was rejected in the City Council Rules Committee today. Do you even have a chance to get this on the ballot in Chicago and pass?
You know, that's why it's great to work with the former governor. Not only is he a former governor, but he's a lawyer, and he understands ballot initiatives. And where I believe we're failing at in this effort is taking it to the voters and letting them understand what we're trying to do and how we can help change the system to bring relief. And this is what the ballot initiative that former governor is leading on is going to do. People need to know that we're fighting for them.
You all stood at City Hall today to push this proposal. Democrats control everything, basically, all the most important seats in Illinois. Where was the governor? Where were the speaker, the top officials standing with you to push this?
Well, the Speaker of the House, Chris Welch, is a co-sponsor of Shawn Ford's constitutional amendment for the Millionaire Amendment for property tax relief. So we're really grateful for that. He helped get it out of committee. I think the governor's got to, figure out that the Millionaire Amendment is the best way to get property tax relief and help schools that we have in Illinois.
Do you think he's prepared to spend political capital in getting it passed?
I think he should. If you really look at it, we have the highest property taxes in the country, Illinois. What are we doing about it? I was governor of Illinois. When I was governor, we put an advisory referendum on the ballot for the Millionaire Amendment. It got over 60% of the vote. I think the governor now needs to take a look at that and also at the proposal that Shawn Ford and his colleagues are putting forward. This is the best way to help people who want to stay in their homes, who are worried about high property taxes on their small business businesses. We need to give voters a voice on the ballot. That's what they've done elsewhere in other states, so we got to do it in Illinois in the coming year.
Let's take a deeper look at what's going on in Springfield. Speaker Welch backs the millionaire's tax. Mayor Johnson has said that he talked to Welch about it. Here's what the speaker told us back in April.
At the end of the day, I think people believe that we can do better for our schools. I think that people believe that we can probably do more for property tax relief. And if the people trust you and they know that the money's going to go where you say it's going to go, they're going to support it. And I think that we need to make sure that whatever we put on the board and pass, it clearly will bring out the trust of the voters that they would want to support it.
Representative Ford, what happened in the Democratic caucus? I heard you were one vote short.
You know, I think that we wanted to pass it. We just ran out of time. I think there was a technical...
How does that happen?
You know, because we had to pass it by a certain...
May 3rd.
May 3rd.
It wasn't May 31st.
Yeah, but
right?
you didn't start working on it on May 2nd.
You know, we didn't take it to the people. We have time. You know, athletes, they use this time during all season to get things in shape for when they go back to play ball. We're using this time now to take it to the voters so that they understand what's happening. Misunderstanding sometimes cause us to fail. And there would be no misunderstanding where we're trying to get relief and where we're going to get the relief from for taxpayers and property tax loans.
You know, Tahman, LaShawn ran in a very crowded primary on the 7th Congressional District, and I stood with him, and he was endorsing the Millionaire Amendment for property tax relief. He won that primary because so many people in your district were hard hit by unfair property taxes. And so we got to get that message out to all the politicians and candidates running for office that this is the #1 fiscal issue. This is what affordability is all about. If you want better housing, you got to reduce the property tax burden on so many people and businesses.
If you do this, you're essentially repealing Illinois' flat tax system, opening the door for tax hikes at various rates. I mean, what do you say to ordinary income earners that, you know, about doing this and the possibility that their taxes could go up?
Well, the measure says a 3% surcharge only on millionaires. Illinois has about 77,000 tax returns to declare more than $1 million a year in income. That's a pretty good tax bracket. And we have some very wealthy people in Illinois that pay the same rate as a person who lives from paycheck to paycheck. We're not raising the income tax on anybody who doesn't make $1 million a year, and using that money, as you mentioned, over $4 billion to help cut property taxes on families and businesses and invest in schools. So these school districts aren't raising our property taxes all over the state. So this is a way to do it. It's been done elsewhere in other states. Illinois' got to get on affordability train, and Shawn Ford is leading the way.
Why hasn't the state placed a cap on property tax increase?
That's a good question. I mean, we've tried several ways to control the property tax, but this actually helps put relief right into the pockets, into the homes of homeowners and families. That's what we're after, making sure that they get a check in their hand. It'll stimulate their household, it'll stimulate the economy, and it will give them the relief that they need for their property taxes. I'm going
to put you both on the spot here a little bit, because you both either ran for mayor or polled to run for mayor. In your case, Rep. Ford, you ran. In your case, there was some polling circulating. I'm just curious what you think the biggest issue facing the next mayor is.
Well, I think the #1 issue is reducing property taxes and making sure we have a sound budget in Chicago that pays the bills and does the important things for safety and health, and making sure we invest in everyday people. And I really think the current mayor, Brandon Johnson, has got to get behind Shawn Ford's constitutional amendment, sponsored also by the Speaker of the House. The mayor should not be coming up with his own proposal. Get behind something that has real support all over the state. And I think that's the best way to help Chicago.
Yeah, what did you see as the differences between the proposals? Why did he do his own, do you think?
Well, his proposal doesn't cover all the taxpayers at all who pay property taxes. It was a very limited measure. That's not what the voters want. They want real relief, as LaShawn just said, cutting your property tax bill. Nobody likes getting that letter in the mail later this summer. You get a letter, you open it up, and you need oxygen to revive yourself from the high property tax bill you've received, and that's not acceptable. The property taxes aren't based on ability to pay, and we should follow a principle as old as the Bible. Taxes should be based on ability to pay, and that's what the Millionaire Amendment is all about. We shouldn't have tax breaks for millionaires and higher property tax bills for everyday people. That's not fair at all.
All right. You guys going to get this passed?
We're going to work. We're taking it to the
August,
people.
The deadline's August.
That's right. We're going to work hard.
Oh, yeah,
right.
for sure.
Former Governor Pat Quinn, State Representative Shawn Ford, thank you both for coming in. Really
All right,
appreciate it.
good to see you.
And we're back in 60 seconds. Tonight, a tip of the hat to Alders who continue to assert their power at City Hall. The Sun-Times reports 13th Ward Alderman Marty Quinn led the charge to block Mayor Johnson's millionaire tax referendum from making the ballot. Quinn just announced he's not running for re-election next year. He and other alders argued the mayor has repeatedly violated council rules by trying to bypass the process that is used to consider any new ordinance. Johnson's office is not happy about the alders' latest rebellion. And that is the point. I'm Tahman Bradley. Michael Mater is back with more news tonight at 9 o'clock. We have an interview with Matt Brewer, who is running for Chicago mayor from the Wiener Circle. You'll see that tomorrow. The Forecasters is up next here on WGN+. Good night.